It is simply a damaged cell. I mean, go back to a short segment that CNN ran here several years ago, and they went to a biochemist, and they interviewed this biochemist. This was on CNN, national broadcast, and they asked this biochemist what causes cancer, and he said, well, cancer is a damaged cell, and certain things damages cells, and then cells mutate this damage. And I was watching this, and I was thinking to myself, like in genetics. But, of course, that wasn't what they were talking about. So the guy that was interviewing this chemist said, well, that's interesting. What kind of things damage cells? And this biochemist looked right into the camera, and he said, well, acids, of course. So we must get factual. Instead of throwing all this money to the American Cancer Society, we'll find a cure one day. That reminds me of the herd cattle out there getting ready to be slaughtered. You know, there's no remedy there. It's just giving these pockets money, lots of money. These people are just taking up money and they're worthless in terms of what they give back. So no offense, but it just, when you see what we see in here, it does change you a little bit. So you have to understand that cancer is a damaged cell by an acid. All cells have to have sugar, carbon, and oxygen. That's a fact. So yes, you do feed cancer cells, absolutely. But you can't do the Atkins diet where you starve a cell for sugar by feeding the body protein, because then you're going to kill yourself. You can't do that. That's not reality. And starving a cell isn't how you change a damaged cell from acids. You got to remove the acids. And what system deals with the acids? I'll give you a guess, and there's only two to pick from. That's right, the lymph system. So learn that lymph system and learn about acids. There are only two sides of chemistry. You only get to pick one, and there's only two major fluids that handle the health of the cells. Pick one. That's how simple this is. It's just that the lack of understanding of the connection between the adrenals and kidneys to the lymph system, that's where the lost piece is. The lost temple of doom. So you've got to get out of this notion sugar. If you said complex sugar feeds cancer, I could agree with you in the sense that it would create excessive acidosis, as any complex food does. Could. But that would be true in protein and fat as well. So you've got to lose this idea of anything like that. You've got to understand what really the problem is and what you have to do to find remedy. You've got to move your lymph system and get this acidosis out of the body. But I say that loosely, but this is really about intracellular acidosis, meaning within the cell. The cell has a cell wall around it full of HDL, phospholipids, and that is its protection against the acids in the lymph system. However, when the lymph system isn't moving well, it's like constipation, and when you have constipation, you start backing up. Sewage starts backing up, and when it backs up in the cell, intracellular acidosis, and then your intracellular DNA, chromosomes, mitochondria, you're going to damage everybody in the house. So, your immune system is designed to get rid of those cells, and there's a certain point you can rebuild them. You can change their morphology. But you've got to open up the pathway. This is about constipation, plain and simple, but the worst kind of constipation. This is about lymphatic constipation, setting up extreme acidosis. And that is why you have the decay, the pain, the swelling, the congestive heart failures, the gangrenes. This is why you have all of the symptoms that medical doctors like to call diseases, so only they can be privy to treat them. Well, treat them all you want. You'll find that that's non-curative thinking. And we can't play those games anymore. Not in the human race, and everybody have a good time and love each other. Good for power and control. And my time's up. So, I want to thank you all for putting up with me and my rant and raving.
Yeah.
But I'm done. And so I will be back with you tomorrow morning, and I'll keep ranting and raving. I'll try to get a little more into the ohm or hue position to where I'm not caught up so much. When I'm at the end of the day and we see a lot of sick people, it kind of takes its toll. So thank you very much, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you.